Hello and welcome back to 2K14 Universe. I am Titch and you are watching NXT.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Tampa, Florida, weighing 302 pounds, Big E Langston.
We've got a big welcome back here tonight for Big E Langston, who will face Andre the Giant for the NXT Championship in 2 weeks' time. We've been told that due to the nature of the injuries sustained at the hands of Andre the Giant when he smashed Big E Langston through that table, that this final opportunity for Big E Langston to capture the NXT Championship will be an Extreme Rules match. And actually there's an even bigger addition to this announcement here tonight, because I want to say this is a win-win in that main event, that NXT Championship match in 2 weeks' time. You see, the winner of the match will be the NXT Champion, but should Andre lose, or obviously should Big E lose, neither of them will be able to pursue the NXT Championship anymore. And I do mean neither, not just Big E. Now you might be wondering why exactly that is. That is because the loser of that match will be moved off of NXT. As Big E Langston was scheduled for a EYS match, and he was potentially likely to leave NXT, NXT management have decided that the loser of the match will not be able to feud with the winner anymore. Those two need to be kept separate. They're both developed stars at this point, and one of the two will be going to either Raw or SmackDown once that match is over. So it's an interesting situation. You either win and you're the NXT champion, which is something that has been very important to the both of them, or you lose and you're off of NXT, but you are technically getting a promotion. So either way, really, not too bad of an outcome, I'd say. Well, Big E Langston has got a big opponent coming his way here tonight in Brodus. He may not be the most successful guy ever, but he is a former Raw superstar, and in that sense, there is a little bit of star power in the ring for Big E Langston to go up against here tonight. He's got to try and prove himself, and obviously in 2 weeks' time, he might be a part of Raw. He might be a part of SmackDown. There's no telling what the future holds for Big E Langston. Right now, that's very up in the air. God, the animations for those two are very awkward. So here we go. Big E Langston, Brodus kicking off this week's NXT. We've got an NXT Tag Team Championship match coming up in our main event. Ooh, what a powerbomb. Big E Langston showing us that he is at 100% strength right now. Ready for Andre the Giant. My God, Big E. Langston has clearly been hitting the gym and making sure he is at 100% status. I mean, you don't often see someone get as many opportunities at a championship and not win it as Big E Langston has had. And in a sense, I don't want to seem like I'm talking down to Big E Langston. It's just, well, he has had a lot of shots at Andre, but it's always been a very storied rivalry between the two of them. And Big E was ready to leave that all behind. He was ready to move on. My God, Big E. Big E, you gotta be kidding me. Big E Langston with Brodus. Oh my God, no way. Oh my God. Yeah, you don't want to celebrate too soon. Brodus back up to his feet. Here, people will finally learn what selling is in about half a year's time, so don't worry about that. Soon enough, they'll learn to stay down. And then they'll forget. Like 7 years later. God, selling is just gone in 22. I remember that. I remember being like, what the fuck? Why? I get it. I guess if you're just trying to play the game for fun, it can be annoying. I think there should be an option. I think like the whole old style should be like an option. Simulation versus arcade, just two different things. Kind of like when you could turn stamina on and off. I think there's probably just a lot of gameplay differences. Big E Langston after several strikes to the face goes for the cover and no. Yeah, we've got an NXT Tag Team Championship opportunity, and we're talking about final opportunities. That's another one coming up your way tonight. If the primetime players can't beat the Nexus tonight in our main event, the primetime players are not allowed to challenge for the NXT Tag Team Championship for the rest of the reign of the Nexus, which means we're only going to have 2 tag teams that are eligible to challenge the Nexus currently on NXT. Pretty crazy stuff, honestly. Also coming up next, we've got a big bad Wolfe Kessler back in action as he's set to face off against the debuting Sin Cara, officially a part of NXT. He will be making his more formal debut. Oh my good lord, Big E!
What can we expect from Brodus Clay now? I mean, this guy's agile and intelligent. If his opponent makes a mistake, you can almost guarantee
Langston is not letting up on Brodus, not one bit. Every time Brodus gets back in control, Big E is just right on him. Oh my god. Back and forth these two go. CM Punk and Bret Hart, eat your heart out. This is the real.
that was some reversal by Big E Langston. What a match. Boy, he was able to reverse and get out of that.
Big E clearly getting tired of Brodus Clay. He's saying this one's done. Brodus hugging him from behind. And there you see the belly to belly.
Reversal by Big E Langston.
Here we go. Here we go. 5 is not a count that they have in the game. And Brodus Clay hooked up over his shoulder. There it is. The big ending. Cover on Brodus Clay. And it's over. That was a very dominant victory from Big E Langston, but that's what he needs right now. He needs to be dominant. He needs to be assertive. He needs to be straight to the point. Because he's got to be an even match for Andre the Giant. The first ever Extreme Rules match here on NXT coming your way in 2 weeks' time. This man will be main eventing against Andre the Giant, and it will either be his send-off or his crowning moment. Either way, it's a big night for Big E Langston in 2 weeks' time.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Indiana, Wolfe.
You know, the thing I find so interesting about a match like this here tonight is that this is an important opportunity for both of these two superstars involved. For Wolfe Kessler here tonight, this is a opportunity for him to knock off a guy who is formerly a part of Friday Night SmackDown, Sin Cara. And for Sin Cara, this is all about trying to debut in a strong fashion. I'm very interested in seeing who comes out with more momentum between these two. I feel like, as I say every time I see Wolfe at the moment, he's still very much finding his feet. I'll tell you, there's a lot of need for tag teams here on NXT. Perhaps he should try making the most of his little handshake he had with Virgil a few weeks back, or something like that. Maybe we could see Wolfe in some tag team competition. Obviously, the NXT roster isn't exactly packed with options, but I feel like we need to start seeing some tag teams come together here on NXT, and I have been told that as of next week, regardless of the winner, we will be seeing at least one new tag team attempt here on NXT. Whether or not they stick together is up to them.
From Mexico City, Mexico, weighing 196 pounds, Sin Cara.
Right, we're going to be trialing some new tag teams on NXT. In fact, let me confirm for you right now that there will be a tag team match next week on NXT where both teams will be just a couple of guys who currently aren't getting a lot of action here on NXT, attempting to work together and seeing if perhaps that can change things for them. Great outfit choice. Yeah, great outfit choice for Sin Cara. That was not intentional, by the way. I think that tie is just called black. I didn't realize it was black and gold. That's perfect. That's the perfect outfit for Sin Cara's NXT debut. Now, I've said this before, and I'll say it again because you can't ignore it. Sin Cara, hands down, has one of the worst win-loss records I think we've ever seen in this universe of like an actively competitive, an actively competing superstar. Otherwise, I'd say the worst was probably that Santino fucker, but Sin Cara, I believe, yeah, he's 7-52 is his current record. 1-8 this season, 3-24 in season 3, and 3-20 in his debut season, season 2, where he actually won the Cruiserweight title damn near his debut, and then it was all downhill from there, unfortunately, for Sin Cara. 7-52 is this man's current statistic. So the odds are definitely in the favor of one Wolfe Kessler here tonight. That's not to say Wolfe's a chump if he loses to Sin Cara. I've said this before. Sometimes NXT is just the right breath of fresh air for anyone who comes down to it. You know, take a look at Jake Roberts. He had one of the worst win-loss records out there in the sense that he'd only competed like 6 times and he'd only won one of those 6 matches. Actually, no, when he came to NXT, he'd never won a match. That's right. Jake Roberts had straight up never won a match when he was dropped down here to NXT. And now I think he's got at least, you know, 2 or 3 victories under his belt. But he hasn't actually been a very active part of NXT. It's not that he's been losing a lot. It's that he hasn't really been competing here on NXT all too often. Actually, there's quite a few people you could say that about here on NXT. There's a lot of people that I feel you don't really see very often. Every now and then I do consider the idea of maybe bumping NXT up to 4 matches a week, but I just think it'd be too much. I quite like the NXT as a shorter show. I think it really helps me keep the weekly flow going. I feel like if I had another show with another extra match thrown on top, I'd probably struggle to get through these a lot more than I have in the past. I am, at the moment, praising myself for saying this. I am currently doing a little better at recording these. I recorded Raw yesterday and mentioned that SmackDown had just gone up yesterday. Raw is due to go up today. This NXT would go up the next day, so tomorrow. The next day. I am tempted to try and squeeze a SmackDown in so I can get a little bit more ahead, but I don't think I'm going to do that because that's how you burn yourself out. It's when you push to that little bit more, that's when you start to burn yourself out. Sin Cara been pretty impressive so far against Wolfe. I really admire his refusal to back down from this giant. There's a crossbody, okay. Sometimes speed beats brawn. Not always, but sometimes. And there it is. If you'd just pin him off of that, that'd be a lot smarter. Instead of dragging him to the ring and then pinning him. Oh, Wolfe with an immediate kick out. Saying no thank you. What are you doing? What are you doing? Well, the Wolfe says no. And down goes Lil Sin Cara. You know, I feel like Sin Cara's biggest setback since he debuted is someone keeps fucking with the lights. Whenever he's in a match, someone keeps making the lights all dim. Well, Wolfe lays him out there and, yep, that's another hard loss for Sin Cara. Tell you, if he could just maybe get someone to stop dimming the lights, maybe he'd be able to focus better.
Here is your winner, Wolfe. Absolutely amazing. We knew he felt he had to win this one tonight.
Well, Wolfe picking up an important victory here tonight. He now holds a win over a former SmackDown superstar, and that's gonna, I think, really benefit Wolfe in the long run to be able to say that he has accomplished that. But for now, we must move on, and up next it is main event time here on NXT. I know it feels a little quick, but that's NXT for you. It's not exactly a very long show. Up next it is main event time, and we're going to be seeing the Nexus and the Primetime Players. Final time, if the Primetime Players can't win here tonight, they are out of contention for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Well, I gotta say, first things first here, David Otunga looks like he's gonna be at ringside for this match here tonight, and I immediately do not like the Primetime Players' odds. They don't have that backup, they don't have that extra guy like these two. odds very much leaning in the favor of the Nexus just like that, because the primetime players might just be outnumbered. The Nexus have honestly been very impressive since coming here to NXT. It really feels like they've found themselves. And I feel like, well, truthfully, when I say they've been very impressive, what I mean is Wade Barrett and Justin Gabriel have been very impressive. I feel like David Otunga's been on pretty thin ice lately, as he, I think, ties Sin Cara for a very bad record, actually. We don't really talk about Otunga's as much, but it's there. And now we await the arrival of their opponents, potentially for the final time that we will see these guys face off. Now, of course, I imagine if the primetime players defeat the Nexus here tonight, we will get a championship rematch down the line. Barrett and Gabriel are due a rematch. And obviously, this is something that's been going on for a long time here on NXT. As I said before, there will be 2 new tag teams competing in a tag team match next week. No rumors on who that's going to be, but there will be 2.
And introducing the challengers, accompanied by Big E Langston.
What?
At a total combined weight of 509 pounds, Darren Young, Titus O'Neil, the Prime Time Players.
Well, I like what I just heard. Big E Langston seems to be out here in support of the primetime players, and of course he's got his, there he is, he's got his history with the Nexus. This makes a lot of sense from Big E's perspective to want to get involved in this one. He just wants to see his, I guess, friends. I don't really know these guys had any kind of alliance with each other, but, you know, he wants to make sure this is a clean, fair fight, and now the odds are even for this important main event match. I don't know why, but it didn't do the title intro. This is a tag team title match. We just didn't get the regular title match intro, so we'll start things off with Titus O'Neil and Wade Barrett. I'd say the 2 big men of their tag teams. And of course, those 2 faced off last week on NXT to kick off the show, and Wade Barrett defeated Titus O'Neil. Darren Young very much seems like the, not overlooked, so to speak, but I don't really know another term for it. He's very much the underdog of primetime players. You know, a lot of people see bright things for Titus O'Neil. Darren Young is a little bit overlooked. And I gotta say, his victory over Justin Gabriel last week, I think that would have really turned some heads. It definitely did for me. It was a pretty big deal, honestly. I just realized Titus, Darren Young, David Otunga, and Justin Gabriel are all wearing white. That is not on purpose. That is actually quite interesting. That is not intentional at all. And you got Barrett in blue, Big E in purple. There's a lot of people in white in this match. Huh. It's not really an attire color I go for very often either, so that's kind of funny. Side suplex takes down Titus O'Neil, the real deal. No, we're not doing breakout superstars. That's not NXT. I mean, I guess technically it is, but we didn't use that motto. Who will be the WWE's next breakout star? My favorite intro to any entrance song in SVR 11. Take down there by Darren Young. Sends Wade Barrett into the corner of the primetime players, and oh no, reversal. A lot of fighting him, Darren Young. I think we're starting to see the real growth in Darren Young. As I said before, these guys aren't strangers to the NXT Tag Team titles. In fact, the only title history of the NXT Tag Team Championship is that it was first ever won by Justin Gabriel and David Otunga, who lost it to the Primetime Players. But the Primetime Players then lost it back to Gabriel, this time with Barrett. And they have been champions ever since. So, of course, if Primetime Players win here tonight, they will join them in being 2-time NXT Tag Team Champions. Well, they'll join Justin Gabriel. David Otunga and Barrett are both 1-time Tag Team Champions. A little bit more unheard of, but that's the way it is.
Into the tie-up. Who's going to get the upper hand?
Me. Side suplex takes down Justin Gabriel. And let's not forget, Darren Young beat Justin Gabriel last week. He's the one to watch.
Showing you why he has those millions and millions of dollars. Whoa, what a beautiful crossbody.
Because he wrestles? He has millions of dollars Because he can do a leg sweep or whatever it was.
He hits the drop kick from an incredible vertical
I don't think that's why.
Oh, what a move by Gabriel.
Very impressive, Justin Gabriel. Does a standing splash. Back in my day, it was a spectacle when someone did a move like that. These days, everybody does it.
Echoing around the arena.
We don't even care anymore when they do it. What happened?
An elbow. The tag is made. The championship hangs in the balance.
Teamwork there by Gabriel and Barrett.
And he finally gets out
I
of the
can't
ring.
bear it. What are you two doing? No, those aren't your partners. You can't go tagging it.
This
Had him.
match has been 100 miles an hour since the opening bell.
Well, Barrett very much in control of Darren Young, and I guess he's got a score to settle here tonight on behalf of his partner.
Again, the championship title at stake in this contest.
Tune in this Friday on SmackDown to see CM Punk, the new World Heavyweight Champion's first appearance since winning the title. And Barrett trying to cheat a victory there, but that did not work out, thankfully. And now, okay, Darren Young went for a tag. Actually, that was quite cool for a minute. I thought Titus was just being dumb, but no, Darren Young went for a tag, but Gabriel pulled Titus off of the apron. It didn't hold him back for very long, and a gut punch by Barrett takes this one back to more of a 50-50 split. Oh, into the announce desk. And Barrett now launched into the steel steps. Titus O'Neil not holding back, and he can't afford to. I think Otunga and Big E are fighting. I think they're fighting. I'm not sure, but I think they are. I think I hear someone fighting. I believe those two are just fighting somewhere. Well, I guess it keeps both of them out of the match. Where are they? I heard them a second ago. You can still hear them.
Oh, nice counter. That'll leave a mark.
Just hear them somewhere. Oh, a big splash by Titus O'Neil. Oh, could this be the crowning moment? Could the prime... Uh-oh. Barrett able to reverse it, and Gabriel able to reverse it. The referee waving his hands all over the place, and here's that weird whatever this is that Justin Gabriel does. It's a move. It's like the big ending, but not. And Justin Gabriel really taking his time, and ref, what are you doing? Who are you yelling at? There's no one over there. Yeah, the cover attempt failed. That wasn't a kick out at all. I want to know where Otunga and Langston are. Can we get Otunga cam? I can just hear like strikes. Oh, there they are. Yeah, they are really going at it on the outside. I guess Big E, one match wasn't enough, man. He need two. It's just throwing David Otunga around. Wade Barrett going in for the cover on Titus O'Neil. And it looked like Big E getting up on the apron, trying to maybe help the primetime players a little bit. Mr. South Beach Party Boy. That sign, of course, in honor of...
Nobody wants to lose this opportunity.
I can't even think of I can't think of who that would actually be. I think maybe one of the primetime players. Oh, what a slam. Wade Barrett now charged over to the corner. Gonna make the tag. Yep. Justin Gabriel in. I said this before and I'll say it again. It really feels like David Otunga is not a very strong member of the Nexus, you know. Unfortunately, I don't mean to sound disrespectful to him. It's just David Otunga is not a former champion. Well, he's a former hardcore champion, I guess. But Barrett and Gabriel are both former United States champions. And on top of that, Gabriel's also been a former Intercontinental champion. Barrett has got a lot of history with the World Tag Team titles as well as the European Championship. They're very decorated superstars, and Sometimes I feel like Otunga has just gone, oh, I thought it was over there. The gut check almost got the job done for Darren Young, but you know what they say, almost is not enough. David Otunga getting real upset on the outside there. Rakes the eye. No one was knocked anywhere. Don't listen to him. DDT. Justin Gabriel now in control of Darren Young, and he boom gets that jawbreaker. You know, ever since I got this splitter and the pictures have become a lot clearer, there's so many random little details I never really noticed were in this game because it was so blurry before. I think that's honestly the best way to describe how the episodes looked for the first 100 of this series. They just looked really blurry. But the little details on Gabriel's boots, I hadn't really ever noticed them. There's little bits that stick off the boots. I probably just thought those were some blurred pixels before. Oh, what is this? Wade Barrett. Oh God, Wade Barrett getting right up in the face of Titus O'Neil as he knees the hell out of Darren Young. Titus, what are you doing? Get out of the way! Oh, big boot, and down goes Darren Young. And he did that right in the face of Titus. Some real disrespect. And where's Big E Langston going? I notice Otunga looming. Oh no, there's Big E. I guess he's frozen for a bit. Well, this has been a competitive main event here tonight on NXT. I wouldn't have expected any less, though. You put a championship on the line, and you are looking at a higher stakes right away. Cover attempt here, and Big E, I believe, providing a distraction there, yes. And it could be too little too late. The bull hammer. No one has kicked out of this move yet. This new finishing move from Wade Barrett. And I guess realistically he decided to release the pin because the referee was too busy chatting with Big E. I don't know why he's talking to him right now. This isn't the time. You can go do that after the show. Excuse me, Mr. Big E, big fan. I know I referee all of your matches because I'm the only referee in the entire WWE, but big fan.
I can't believe everything that's transpired thus far.
Ooh, big neck breaker there by Darren Young. He missed. Submission attempt here. Are we going to see a submission from Barrett? No. There's so many bodies involved in this matchup. Wait, David Otunga being kicked from ringside? Kind of looks like it.
With the championship at stake, you know these superstars will give everything they have to win here tonight.
Big elbow drop to Darren Young. Mr. No Days Off. Cover attempt here. Is this going to be it? No, of course. Oh, Justin Gabriel getting the referee. That's, never mind. I was going to say that can lead to chaos, but he got up immediately. He kicked the leg right out of his leg. And Darren Young just kind of stood there while Barrett made the tag, and of course he reversed it. He wasn't even phased. He was fine. Oh, big jumping heel kick. Was that a heel kick? I don't know. Where's Big E going? Has he been kicked? I think Big E might have been kicked from ringside. I feel like the referee was very impatient with him in comparison, if so. And oh, that would have been a very underwhelming finish as the referee once again gets knocked, this time by Titus. Yeah, I feel like Big E Langston's already been kicked. I mean, maybe he got kicked for instigating a fight with Otunga on the outside. I don't know. Leg sweep by Darren Young. Cover attempt now on Gabriel. Otunga up on the ropes. And he is providing all the distraction he needs to for his teammates. Is he out of here? No. David Otunga getting treated with a lot of lenience in comparison to Big E. Evidently. No way. Look at this. Big suplex onto Justin Gabriel, using all the weight of Titus O'Neil. And it seems like, unfortunately, the primetime players are outnumbered once again. Titus, what are you doing? Titus, you got to focus on what's happening inside the... Turn around, Titus! Well, kind of does it. Oh, a low blow by Otunga. I don't know if the referee saw that. Darren Young got hit with a low blow. Well, that's not very fair. And an elbow drop to the back of Titus. Oh, God. You know, we always talk about the elbow drops to the chest, but you think that elbow drop to the back, you are literally colliding your elbow onto their spine. Is it over? No. Submission hold applied here by Justin Gabriel. Is he going to be able to force a submission out of Titus? Of course not. Darren Young still very much involved in this matchup. Important tag team title opportunity here tonight for the Primetime Players. Could be their last. They really got to get back those tag team championships and defeat these two very decorated former Raw stars. But it could be all over after that reversal from Justin Gabriel. Is he going to do the silly little arm thing? Or is he going to actually do the 450 splash? I might remove Gabriel's other finisher, to be honest, because I hate it. I don't know what it is. I don't feel like he ever did it. But he does it all the fucking time in the game. He never did this, really. Like, I'm sure he did, but, like, he always won with the 450. I don't know what that is. I still don't. It's been, like, 10 years. Cover attempt here on Titus, and Darren Young's able to keep the Primetime Players still in. That could have been the very end. You know what? Normally I'd go on about how, like, you're putting your tag team partner through a lot, maybe let it go. No, I actually don't blame Darren Young in that one. This is a dire situation for the Primetime Players, because it is all over. They are out of the tag team title picture if they lose tonight for the remainder of these two's reign. And this is the only tag team with a lot of momentum behind them. Right now, there isn't really anyone, I'd say, that can step up and beat the Nexus, if not these two. A scoop and a slam. Darren Young, very slow to cross the ring, but he gets there, and there's a side suplex. Uh-oh. Justin Gabriel with a big roll over here, and oh, Titus O'Neil keeps this one alive. Now, this could end up in a time limit draw. Unfortunately, that will be the end of the road for the Primetime Players as well. I have been confirmed that this match ends in a no contest. It is a win for the Nexus, and they are still out. Of course, this might be over here. Titus, though, going to keep this one going. Yep. And really, Darren Young's got to get that tag out. He is just taking a beating right now. Justin Gabriel is so fast. Cover attempt here on Darren Young. Is it over? No. I'll remind you, as you can see in the corner there, we've got 4.5 minutes remaining on the clock for this main event tonight. If this ends in a time limit draw, that's it for the Primetime Players in the most unfortunate way. I wonder if the Nexus are aware of that. That advantage that they have over these two. I would hope not. This is a smart position, but Titus still able to get there. And that's the beauty of it when you're as tall as Titus. Crossing the ring like that. It's not too hard. Oh, this could be it. This could be it. Season 4 special. I think Gabriel may have tapped, but the referee didn't see it. I'm not too sure. David Otunga got very involved. Get him out of here. I think he is out of here. Yep, David Otunga's been kicked from ringside. This now becomes a proper 2-on-2 matchup. Leg sweep. It could be too little too late. Oh, Darren Young able to kick out. 3 minutes and 40 seconds is all there is left of this match. They have got to close the deal. Titus O'Neil drops down. Justin Gabriel. Oh my god, he actually completed the sequence. Do it. Do the clash. Do the clash. Do the clash. He didn't. Of course he didn't. And Gabriel, to be fair, Barrett got up like immediately. What is selling?
You can see the wear and tear that this fight has taken out of these men.
Justin Gabriel. Oh, I was going to say he's in his comfort zone up there, but Titus O'Neil quick to get out of the way. Oh, here we go. Clash of the Titus. Darren Young, get in the ring. Help your partner. There he goes. Darren Young going to try and take out Barrett. He gets him. Clash of the Titus on Gabriel. The cover. They've done it. The Primetime Players are once again the NXT Tag Team Champions. That was a great main event, by the way.
Here are your winners and new NXT Tag Team Champions. Darren Young, Titus O'Neil, the Primetime Players.
Huge congratulations to these two on becoming 2-time NXT Tag Team Champions. It was a very hard-fought battle. but they got there in the end. And they may have been denied leaving NXT, no thanks to the Nexus getting involved and taking Titus out of the EYS match, but that came back to bite the Nexus because they just lost their NXT Tag Team Championship, and it is back to the drawing board now for the Nexus. Darren Young, Titus O'Neil are victorious as we move on to another show, because that's the end of the that's the end of the show. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. I'll see you guys. Oh my god, Titus is so much more sweatier than Darren Young. As we move on up next, tomorrow, whenever. What am I saying? SmackDown is coming your way soon. That's what I was trying to say. See you on SmackDown. Bye.